Well, good morning and welcome to Art Adventures with Joneen. Today we're going to discuss foreground, background, and middle ground. And what do I mean by that? I mean what's in the front of the painting, usually in a landscape, what's in the middle ground, and what's in the background. And I'm doing a landscape today. I'm actually doing a image of the valleys. It's a beautiful clear day today, just outside of Grasse here in southeast France, and I can see for miles. This is a wonderful opportunity for me to create a bit of depth with my landscapes, but I need to be able to differentiate one valley from the next. And how do I do that? Well, I'm going to do that with a concentration of colors. The ones that are closer to me, the valleys that are closer, are going to be more green. But as you can hopefully see, as I show you what I'm trying to paint, off in the distance, there is many, oops, I don't know if you can see, many valleys, and they kind of are in a bluey, gray haze. And then I've got sky, which is kind of a muted lavender cerulean, and I have a little bit of cloud cover as well. So I'm going to show you, I'm just going to spend some time here with my Winsor Newton and my Rowney sets, my Winsor Newton and my Rowney Studio set, and my brush and my water. So let's get started. So I've already broken up my space. I know that I could spend a lot of time on the buildings for the city of Grasse, because that's the city that you'll see off in the distance there. But I really, for now, I want to concentrate on the mountains. So as you can see, I've started to put the mountains in. And this green that's in front of me, these mountain ranges that are in front of me, are, well, I can go in with a number of different colors. Now, many artists have different strategies. And as with every person being different, so is every artist. And I tend to go in with my darks first. Now, not every watercolor artist does that. They'll start off with the sky first. I start off with my darks. And so I'm going to go in because I see, I basically squint my eyes. I go, okay, what's my primary color? What color am I really seeing? Well, I'm seeing green, obviously. But is it a bluey green? Is it a browny green? Is it a yellowy green? What's the overall takeaway? Well, if I were to shut my eyes and think about it, I'm going to see what I would call a gray green or a brown green. So I'm going to go in with that. I'm going to get my Winsor Newton, get down and dirty. I'm going to add a little bit of Van Dyke brown. And sometimes I mix my colors on the page, other times I mix them on the palette. It kind of depends on where I am in the painting. And I can always go in, the beauty of watercolors is I can always go in and I can decide if the colors are too concentrated. I can always go in again and pull them out by just putting water on my brush. So for now, let's see what we got. Now the whole time, I'm not really looking at the page. I'm looking at what's in front of me. And that's the hardest thing to do, because most of the time, you really start to get wrapped up in looking at the page. And it's really important that you don't. That you really keep your eye on what are you looking at? What am I looking at? What am I looking at? And already I have two valleys here. Boom, boom. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to pick up a little bit of yellow, because one of the valleys, the sun right now, it's in the morning, it's about 10 o'clock in the morning, the sun is coming down here, so it's going to be lighter here, and then I go in, it's a little darker behind it, so I'm going to add some brown. And I'm going to dry my brush because it's too wet. And I'm going to go back in with some brown. And while I'm at it, I'm going to add a little bit of blue, a dark blue. I call this a Prussian blue. There are many different blues, and I look forward to going over the many variety of colors that are available to you. At the end of the day, you can always mix all your own colors. You don't have to get fancy. And right here, back here, I've got a very, very far valley that's really dark. The morning light hasn't hit it yet, or if it has, it's still very, well, it has, obviously, the sun is up. But, here, and I need to do a little bit of that. And let's go in again. Well, I can already see that all my best laid plans to do the city of grass are quickly vanishing as I become more focused on the surrounding valleys, which is okay. I didn't really want to do the city of grass anyway. It's très compliqué, very complicated. Lots of buildings there, so I'll probably get to it, but right now it looks like I've got to honor what I've started with and get this valley in through here, which is very blue. Very, very blue. In fact, I'm not happy with that, so I'm going to go in, pull it off, bump, 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 dry my brush a little bit, and add just a touch of water. This is where I said the amount of water that you use really makes a difference. And it's not concentrated enough, so I'm going to go in a little bit with even a drier brush. See if I can really get this blue very concentrated. Go back again, and again, and again. And this is that bluey green. It's a Prussian blue. It's also, there's phthalo blue, phthalo green, and I may go in and add some cerulean to it too at some point. Right now, so you can see I'm really starting to just experiment with the colors, and it looks pretty abstract. That's okay. Don't be afraid of that. Don't be afraid of the work going dark. Don't be afraid of it going a little abstract. So long as you keep your eye on what you're painting. And what will happen is when the paint dries, certain colors will start to come through. So sometimes you don't even know how this is going to turn out until after you've completed it. A lot of times if I think a painting is too dark, I'll go in and just wet my brush and start to pull some colors off. Or lighten some colors. As you can see, I can do that just by wetting my brush. And then if I want to, I just dry it a little bit. Okay? So, we'll see how this turns out. Every piece isn't going to be a masterpiece. Or maybe it will be. So that's me. That's Joneen with Art Adventures here in Southeast France. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.